Alright, hello everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to part 2 of Far From Noise. If you guys remember, about a week ago I played the first about 45 minutes of this game, and we were still hanging on the edge of the cliff. We started on the edge of the cliff. The only thing that really happened is we started having a pretty deep conversation with a deer that walked up behind us. Unable to get the car started. I said early on that I think that, you know, if I was in the front seat, I would try to get out the back of the car. But yeah, really no steps taken towards that. I know the deer suggested or something like that that we try to get out or try to get out of the situation. And we tried to open the front car door without any success. So we're going to go ahead and jump back in and finish Far From Noise, whatever's left. And we'll do that in this video right after this. Alright, welcome back everybody to my part 2 of 2 for Far From Noise. And we're going to go ahead and continue where we left off last week. I do like the art in this game. Very interesting. And here we are. I do believe the sun has just set. You can kind of see the golden horizon in the background. And I have a choice here of saying, so why were you wandering here? Or you're out here all by yourself? I'll ask him if he's out here all by himself. You got a family, man? Do you have a family? I guess he's thinking about it. I'm saying, are you all alone? And here comes the music. He says, I am solitary in form. I'm saying, no little antlered friends? No. Just you? Just I. And nobody else? Really? Seems pretty lonely. He says, nobody else. I'm like, but why? Why? He's like, why not? He's very direct and simple with his answers, isn't he? Well, do you not get lonely out here all by yourself? Is that not a question you should be asking yourself? Oh, I love the sarcasm in this deer. You too sought solitude in these cliffs. Yeah, but not forever. Well then, for how long, he says. Just as long as it took? Or that doesn't matter. Just as long as it took. He's like, more inquisitive, before what? I don't know, I'll tell you later, maybe. Or I don't really feel like talking about it. Let's say I don't really feel like talking about it. And anyway, I totally asked you. Why are you turning this back around on me, buddy? You're asking if I'm lonely? I am no more lonely than a single dandelion standing in a field. Than a drop of rain falling from a cloud. Wow, seems pretty lonely. Than this world. No more lonely than this world? A bead of blue, melting in time. I like how it dances there. Wow, all those things sound desperately lonely, or do you ever answer questions in a normal way? No, I'm going to say they all sound really lonely, because they really do. The dandelion in a field does not feel lonely, for it is part of the field. Yeah, but it's still all alone. Alone and lonely are very different, he says. I'm like, huh? It's my only choice, is to say, huh? I seek this solitude like the sun seeks the horizon. Okay. pretty deep. My infatuation with the forms of the world compels me to it. Well, I guess I came out here for a piece of that as well. I don't know. I see the attraction. I mean, I don't know. I don't see where all these really matter. Like, some of these are pretty similar. I don't know. I came up here for a piece of that as well. I mean, I really don't know why I came up here. Whatever that is. I may have an idea, he said. To get out of the car, I think. I'm listening. Okay. I'm listening. What's he gonna say? He's gonna tell me to get out the back window. What's up, Mr. Deer? Well, at least he's not a deer in the headlights, look, right now, because, yeah, the headlights are not shining on him. Even though it is going to be dark soon, I think. On endless days, I find myself beside the sea. While ocean tides laze across the shore. The waves take hold of my very soul. And the world drifts away to a daze. So elegant. In these quiet moments, is not the sea a part of me and my soul, as I of it? Wow, this is getting deep. Our souls are as one. I have never been less alone. Huh. Wow. So it's him and nature, basically. Him and the sun, him and the sea. He doesn't feel lonely, I guess, is what he's saying. Seems like some pretty deep thoughts and pretty deep words to be talking about when I'm sitting here hanging on the edge of a cliff, holding on to my very life. I mean, at any moment, a breeze could pick up and knock me off the edge of the cliff, and my life, as we know it, would be over. And this guy's talking about, I am part of the sea and part of the sun, and they are of me, and I am of it. And I'm like, shut up and get me out of here! Come on, Mr. Deer. I mean, I really do like the tranquility of this game and the, you know, how deep it's going. Yeah, a piece of that. But at some point, I mean, I gotta start thinking about me, my life. I don't want to die. Really elegant, even the way the butterflies float across, the birds up here, the way the sun sets, and you can see the sun setting, the way you can hear the ocean waves crashing up on the rocks. But in doses, right? How do you mean? Constantly being alone can't be the answer. He just told you he's not alone. Doesn't there need to be some kind of interaction? Well, I guess there's not interaction with the sea and the sun and stuff like that, unless you just listen to the sounds of nature, kind of as we're doing now, right? I don't know. Let's see what he says. Yeah, he's confused. He's like, interaction? Yeah, you know, connection with people. But as much as you can feel one with the sunshine, you've got to be able to wallow in the rain with someone, right? I like that, dance in the rain with somebody else. I think deer are a lot different than humans, though. I mean, you can't be comparing the solitude nature of a deer with a human. As humans, we have a need to go out and connect with other people. I mean, I really think that people, if we were all alone on the earth, we would kind of go insane. Without human nature, I mean, without humans, not human nature, but without human interaction with other people, we'd eventually go crazy. We'd get so lonely, and we'd probably die just from depression or whatever. But animals are much, much different, you know, especially like a deer. They don't need interaction. But I like the question anyway. Don't you want to wallow in the rain with a little cute Miss Bambi? And he says, if you constantly surround yourself with others, your thoughts will become theirs, and you will never truly know the voice of your own heart. And I'm like, well, constantly, sure. But don't you need to hear the voice of other people's hearts as well? Or rather than just your own? Okay. A valid question, I guess. And he's like, the heart will yearn for kindred souls to share in worldly things. At this time, for my heart, the kindred souls are found in the trunks of trees, in the white clouds, in the evening rain. That's pretty cool, though. I mean, just the words of how different animals are from humans and stuff. I mean, it's pretty deep. But not all souls are tinged with the same hue. Maybe my soul is more balance-oriented? Balance is important, he says. I do see what you're saying, but, always a but, out here, you can feel connected to everything. And feel like you belong in the world. And remember you exist. I like that one. And you remember you exist. I think that's what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to be with a deer. The hell with a city. The stress of human life. I'm gonna try. Steer probably thinks we're one weird son of a bitch. He's like, has your mind set changed? Do you wish to confer why you came here? Yeah, I'll diverge. Why not? Divulge, whatever. So, background check. Yes, I was studying. The study of what? He asks. I was into film. That sounds pretty interesting. I wanted to direct. And there your heart lies, he says. Well, I thought so. Well, I've just always loved the idea of directing. Being an eyeball. A prism, he says. It's so dreamy, capturing that little fragment of time. But like, just how I see it. However obscured or bizarre that is. I love the music in this game. It's totally skewed, a totally skewed way of showing your perspective of the world. By making a film? Yeah, I can see that. They definitely show their point of whatever story they're trying to tell in a movie. The ambition to capture the moment, the deer says. Yeah, so when I was a youngster, we would make these home videos. Me, my brother, and my dad. We had this weird towel room upstairs in our house. Don't ask why we had a room just for towels. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Don't ask why we had a room just for towels. So he'll probably ask. Anyway, right at the back, there was this heating box thing with two beady little red lights on it. They were, without question, demon eyes. Oh god. Sounds a little bit creepy. It used to freak me and my brother out until my dad gave us this giant video camera. So at night, we would creep up the stairs, videoing our escapade. My dad would pretend we were these muscle-bound demon hunters, and he was our #1 fan. We made these totally amazing films, so over the top and dumb. Wait a minute. We made these totally amazing films, so over the top and dumb of just us ascending the stairs. Up to the demon lair. I like it. When we get to the top, my dad would run in before us screaming. And the Towel Demon would claim his life. Oh my. Me and my brother, we would be all dramatic and charge to avenge his death with an onslaught of hand towels. Sounds like fun. We'd all sit around and try to cut together this grandiose movie of our brave attack. It was the greatest. Basically, since then, those memories have stayed with me, and I've loved making videos. And the deer says, and so your heart is bound to capturing the moments of life. Well, I don't know. I thought so. Not anymore? Well, I was studying filmmaking. Prior to now? Yeah, prior to now. Right now I'm on the edge of a cliff. Until what? Until I left the university. Abandoned my prospects of a good old life. What led you to leave, he says. I don't know. I just didn't feel like I could do it. Like, I'd waited for such a long time. And when it came, it was so overwhelming. It wasn't what I'd imagined. And I didn't feel like I could do it anymore. Maybe I'm not creative enough. What if you never went? What difference would it make? Well, what else am I going to do? Oh, you would figure it out, he said. I'm like, how? Whatever you are meant to do would make itself clear. Like falling off this cliff? Perhaps that is it. Oh my gosh. Why not make this meaningful? I just can't. I can't decide to give things meaning. Surely that is all you can do right now. Then everything is meaningless. It only means nothing if you deem it so. So it all meant me dying in a car? It all meant something, he says. But for now, perhaps it means watching the sunset on the edge of a cliff. Yeah, rocking back and forth, wondering if I'm going to be seeing my last seconds as I go into the water at any second. He asked, why did you come here? And I'm like, to see the waves and hope my life became clear. I thought if I looked out, I'd feel like everything matters. And does it, he says? Or he asks. I don't know. It does not always work that way, he says. I find some of the most important realizations come not in the moment, but after the moment. In normality. Or normality, sorry. When your mind wanders back to this place, then perhaps you will find clarity. Well, if the engine eventually works, maybe I'll find out. Gotta leave it to the memories, I guess. And I'm gonna say if the engine eventually works. And he's like, precisely. Life is not over, he reminds me. Yeah, it is, or I suppose. We still have each other, right? I don't know, maybe I'll go back to it. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Maybe I'll go back to my life. If I get the chance. Deer's not saying nothing. And he's like, where were we? Life or death? I'm always going to choose life over death. Let's choose life. I feel like that might have been a pretty important choice in this game. And he's like, life. Are you ready to bear witness to life's conclusion? And he's like, who is to say it concludes? I'm like, you mean the afterlife? He says a new beginning, perhaps. It's the beginning of being dead, I say. Which isn't much of a start. He's like, it could be. Well, who's to say? Who indeed? Wait, you? Are you like the angel of death or something? Well, what do you think? I don't know what to think anymore. You're a baffling deer. Or you definitely are. Now I'm going to say I don't know what to think. And he's asked me, are you an angel? Of course, I'm a girl. Look at me. In every sense of the word, no. Well, I'm not a girl, so I guess I'll choose this one. No, I'm definitely not an angel. And I mean, I'm not an angel anyway. If you've ever listened to me playing Dead by Daylight, and all the cussing I do, you'd know. Anyway, I missed some of what this deer said. He said, hidden away, lost in space. We used to come out here when I was a kid. I always loved the cliffs. Sure. I would count how many faces I could see in the rocks. Imagination, huh? Chiseled rock dudes. Sure. It was funny to me, all those dimpled Cliff brothers. Just immortalized there, flexing at the sea. There's something weirdly comforting about imagining them there. Yeah. My unmoving boulder uncles always got my back. Well, it's good to have an imagination. I don't know, there's something about permanence that's comforting, I guess. He looks at me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what are you gonna do, dear? He's like, I'm out of here. This guy's weird. No, I don't know what he's doing. What are you doing, Mr. Deer? Hello? The silence, man. I'm like, what is it? He says a traveler approaches. Oh, it's a turtle. A traveler? Crap, what now? What? Where? Where? I'm probably thinking he's talking about like a human walking down the road. And he's like, it came from the rocks and the flowers. I don't see anything. Where? Crap. Is that a turtle? I believe it is. Close enough. God, it makes me all shivery just looking at it. I must not like reptiles. Soulless, scheming eyes. Black and hollow. I act like I'm scared of a freaking turtle as I hang, hovering on life and death here on the cliff. They're hiding something. Because they got a shell, they're hiding something. All them turtles are hiding something. That's funny. I'm on to you, tortoise. Why do you hate him? Well, I have my reasons. I mean, it means no harm. Let's look at it, the deer says. You haven't seen them like I have. They're vicious. And he's like, vicious? And I'm like, vicious. I was traumatized as a child, alright? That's funny. Scared of a turtle. By a tortoise. No, a turtle. Different entirely. You know what their mother is called? Well, whatever, it's still vicious. When I was like 9, my brother's friend brought his fun new pet around to our house. Listen to the music, getting all tense and dark. A fun little baby turtle. How fun. Imagine my delighted anticipation. Until I see it. Yeah, they're pretty scary. Its turtle mouth snapping open and closed like a vice. So they force me to grab hold of its spiny husk. Its long snake neck wriggles around and twists out. This is funny. And it bites me. Holy cow. And there and then, right on my arm. Oh my god, he got bit by a turtle? I'm still scarred. Couldn't imagine him having to go to the hospital. And it was just a baby, too. This deer's probably like laughing. Imagine what it could do now. It could slice my arm just clean off. That is hilarious. This little one does not look like it knows violence at all, the deer reminds me. How can you say that? Look at it. Oh my god, this is funny. They're masters of illusions. Cuteness is veiled. Oh my god, now we got a frog. Look at this. Is she jumping over on the turtle? Oh, hey look, frog friend. Uh-oh, watch out, sweet frog. They're killers. It jumps on top of it. I'm gonna get all scared and freak out and cause my car to plummet off the cliff. Oh my god. It looks like a turtle taxi. Why do I see little fish over here swimming in the rock? What the heck is up with that? That's weird. Did I not see little fishies over here swimming around in the rock? Okay, it went away. It rode the turtle away. Oh, God, I wonder where they're going. The night's greatest mystery, the deer says. And maybe they're like buddies or something, and they just hang out. Now, I'm going to say there's no explanation for that happening. And he reminds me that every life is complex. Some things need no explanation. They just simply are. Well, this has been a weird day, my friend. Yeah, I think this is just a little bit weird. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we're like dreaming. Especially now that I'm seeing fish just swimming all over the ground here. Right here. Look at this. Hey, is it dark, or is the shadow of death finally upon me? Or when did it become night? It approached without a whisper. I didn't even notice. Man, look at all these little yellow fish swimming around everywhere. Oh man, look at the stars. Too busy looking at the fish. So the deer looks up at the stars. I don't even remember the last time I saw this many stars. I like how the deer is looking at all the stars, all directions. Look at him. he's like, you never see the stars? Well, where I live, you're lucky if you even see the moon. That must be isolating. They mean something when I do see them, at least. Any more than choosing to live alone? Alone, he says. How could I be alone when I have the stars? And I'm like, nothing makes me feel lonelier. Look at all of them, twinkling up there. In the ocean of space. And I'm down here. On a rock. Yeah, but the stars are here with us. Do you see them? They share the night with us. And I'm like, but why bother? And again, look at the fish flying through the air now. Why should it mean anything? They're too far away to even matter. Distance is nothing. They are as much with us as I am with you right now. Think, does anything offer the same tranquility? Yeah, going out and looking at a night sky full of stars is pretty awesome. Nothing lulls the soul, lost in reverie, like the stars. Shards of glitter and glass suspended over us. Yeah, they're beautiful. They're just isolating. He's like, try this. Focus your gaze on a single star. How am I supposed to choose one? Choose the brightest one. Okay, focus. And, aha! Right here. I'm looking at that beautiful, bright star. And I'm focusing on it. Alright, I found a bright one. Now what? He's like, meditate on this. In this fragment of time, what magnificent beings on the various planes of the universe are pondering this exact same star in this exact same moment? How would I know? Would it make a difference? Maybe. It's alright, I think like feeling alone. Wait a minute, it's alright, I think I like feeling lonely anyway. And as lonely as it can feel, they are pretty beautiful. Yeah. Quite the night, he says. So, where's the moon at? The moon's behind you, he says. Just out of sight. Hey, why don't I look back out the back window towards the moon, follow the light, go towards the light of the moon, and get the hell out of the car. And I'm just like, ain't that just the way? On countless evenings past, I have found myself here, gazing up at the moon. Lost, weightless, suspended in time. All the while, the stag and the moon gazes back. And I'm like, wait a minute, the stag and the moon? Yeah, the stag and the moon. You do not know of it? Wait a minute there, buddy, I think you mean the man in the moon. And he's like, the man in the moon? The hell's wrong with you? Okay. And he says, I suppose we all see a reflection of ourselves in the face of the moon. Maybe you're right. It looks like a man, though. But it's a Sandman. You know, I don't agree with any of these because I don't see myself in the moon. I don't see a man in the moon. I never have. And I definitely don't see a stag in the moon either. I have always seen a rabbit. A lazy rabbit in the moon. I even made a video about it a couple years ago. I'll have to link that video down below of how I've always seen a lazy fat rabbit in the moon ever since I was a kid. I'm just going to say maybe you were right. And he's like, perhaps. I wonder what the moon thinks of us. From up there, we must seem quite a mesmerizing unknown, just the same as it seems to us, I think he means. It probably thinks we're idiots. I'm just going to agree. Maybe. The stag and the moon, huh? It's funny. Sound of the wind. We used to come out here and make up our constellations when we were younger. Constellations? Yeah, you know, stories in the stars. And he's like, stories in the stars? And I'm like, say what? Okay. So there's a tone of real constellations. They're dreamed up by a bunch of skeletons. Yeah, sure. But they're boring. I see, he says. The stories told in pictures dotted in the stars. Ah, tales of adventure and philosophers mapped out in the sky, he says. Pretty much. Look, I'll find one of our reinventions. Okay. Direct your eyes on Zoe the acrobat. Zoe the acrobat. I don't see Zoe the acrobat. Where? Oh, right here. Those 5 stars is Zoe the acrobat? Zoe. And he's like, Zoe? The acrobat, the deer says. Yes, the acrobat. Infamous for somersaulting straight through a bedroom window. Belonging to a Moroccan prince and stealing his favorite cat in the black of night. The cat went on to become a world-famous cat acrobat. Interesting story. And he's like, the prince? Well, the prince, he became so sad that he jumped out the same window 3 weeks later. Aww. Deer's like, how sad? I'm like, well, that's life. On a dark night, you can just about see the cat cartwheeling next to Zoe. Where? Where's the cat? He's like, haunting. Isn't it, though? What other tales are hovering above? Well, let me think. There's the worm. Sounds like an interesting one. The worm, huh? He's like, the worm? Yeah, right here. Immortalized in the stars because it was the... It was the first worm. The first worm. Yeah, first worm. What the heck? Worm 0. From where did this first worm descend, he says. Or ascend. Well, it grew from a seed. Sure. So it's a seed worm. Exactly. Oh my god. And so it traveled across the globe, singing its worm lullaby into the soil, and planting new worms in every continent. What became of the very first worm? No one knows. Some say when the moon is waning, as thin as a worm, if you press your ears to the soil, you can hear the lullaby of the very first worm, softly humming through the ground. At the next worm moon, I shall listen. And I'm like, as shall I. I'm going to be with the deer. Agree with him. What other legends linger in the stars? Good question. But I'm kind of out of ideas. So we got a worm and a archer, huh? He says, I see something. What is it? I see a circle. Enid, he says. Huh? Enid? And he says, Enid. Just Enid? Should it be Enid the something? Doesn't have to be. Just Enid then. Cool. Who is she? A great philosopher, he says. Oh, okay. Of course she was. She was an expert in silence. Was she a monk? Perhaps. A silent monk philosopher. It was by choice, her eternal silence. But she could talk, right? She could. How could anyone tell? It was obvious. In place of words, she chose thought. She considered concepts so grand. She fathomed abstractions so unfathomable. Wow. Ideas so spectacular and utterly groundbreaking. That one day she literally broke the ground and was swallowed by the resulting crevice. Okay, that was good. It was customary to stay silent when observing the Enid formation, out of respect and admiration. Well, this deer has definitely helped me take my mind off of dying and plummeting into the ocean. My bad. Sorry, Enid. Achievement unlocked. Didn't see what the achievement was, but... So I apologized to Enid, and I asked the deer, is it true your antlers fall off every year? Uh-oh. Ah! What is it? It's that thing! Oh, it's harmless. Are you kidding me? Do you know what that is? Yes. It's a black and white death machine. It's a badger. What is it then? I'll ask him if he knows. It's a badger. A curious creature that explores in the dark. They're dangerous. Well, I think everything's dangerous. Our little friend here does not look dangerous at all. Oh, you don't want to find out. It wants blood. It looks more cuddly than anything, the deer says. Cuddly? If you cuddled that, you'd lose an antler. Oh my god, look at this, guys. Look at what's coming in over here. Have you... He's like, have you tried? Have you? No? Well then, what the heck's going on over here, though? Right, let me tell you a story. Alright, the deer says. So when I was a kid, I had this fluffy toy penguin called Ernest. Ernest, he says? After Hemingway. I had a Hemingway phase. Anyway, me and Ernest, we were like best buddies. We went together everywhere. So this one night, I'm losing my mind because I can't find him. My mom tells me that we'll find him in the morning. And I flipped out. So the next day, we're in the garden, and I see a wisp of white blow-by, delicately dancing in the wind. It was pleasant, dreamy almost. It isn't long before I locate the source. In the bushes at the bottom of the garden. There lies sweet Ernest Hemingway. Disemboweled. Oh my God. What? Poor Ernest. It was awful. So my dad goes looking for evidence, trying to avenge my woe. There, behind the hedges, he unveils this. Demonic. Frothing. Badger. So that's why I hate badgers. Nestled in Hemingway's remains. Oh my. Nestled. I learned a lot that day. About letting go? About the bloodthirst of badgers. They're demons, I'm telling you. You ought not let the actions of one affect your opinion of the whole. Yeah, maybe you're right. That one was pretty harrowing, though. Well, this one here is not. Well, what's it doing? Very little. Wandering. Wondering. Plotting. Oh my gosh. I think everything's evil. Turtles, badgers. There is a little in the way of plotting to note. It's planning something, alright. Trust me, it's planning something. There it is. These clouds are so weird looking. Why are they so red? To disembowel you, I should think. Don't say that. Oh, he's messing with me now. Goodbye, friend. He's saying he's coming to disembowel me. It was a pleasure. No, stop! Stop! I think he's playing with me. Just because the badger got close. He's working my fear against me. Probably laughing inside. Man, look away for a second and I missed something the deer said. He's like, your adversary has departed. Ah, you will not be missed, devil creature. Now, go prey on another helpless foe. Achievement unlocked, black and white death machine. The badger. I don't know anymore, dear. Do you? Do I what? Do you know? Do I know what? I don't know. Oh my gosh. Well, then neither do I. I'm just trying to stay positive. I really am. But I can't help feeling like the universe doesn't want me here. Well, if it did not, do you think you would still be here? Maybe it's nothing to do with anything. Maybe it's all random and nothing cares. I don't even know if that's worse. I guess at least then it's not internal punishment. or intentional punishment. It's just bad luck. Deer's looking up again. What is it? Wait. Oh, wow. What's going on? Rain! It's rain, guys! It's kind of weird to see rain and all the stars up there. You've got to be kidding me. Alright, everything I said before about things being bad, they were fine. Now they're bad. He's like, the beauty was just getting started. What? What is more beautiful than this? Literally anything else. But is anything more mesmerizing than the transformation brought by the rain? Not being here. Life would be nothing without beauty. Well, we're not going to be alive to see it. I'm saying we're like he's going to go down with me. He's going to be right here if I fall. He's like, you worry about death. Well, life is all around you or something. What's up with these yellow fish? They're gonna get me, I'm telling you. This is the fire of beauty that rages from the earth. The thunder. Serenity lay in wait to be ripped apart for the wildest form. Torrents of exhilaration pour from the sky. Quake shake the ocean to cry out. Blistering crescendo from every form of life. All are thrust from the rest to revel in violent beauty. Nothing sleeps while nature takes its fiercest dance. Oh, I can definitely sleep during a thunderstorm. Don't be so sure of that. I can definitely sleep during a thunderstorm. I'm sure a lot of you out there can too. It's very peaceful, I think. When you're not actually out in the rain, I mean, when you're in your home, safe and warm. I feel like I should be terrified. But I'm not. I don't know what to feel. Admiring the beauty of the storm. No words. And just like that, it stops, huh? Achievement unlocked, wildest form. So I'm getting achievements probably based on which choice of interactions I choose to have with the deer, what I choose to say is probably guiding me. Makes me wonder how many different endings there are in this game. Have you ever seen anything like that? While I have seen storms, there are never two quite the same. I still feel like I can feel the shaking the ground. I've never been anywhere near a storm like that. I'm going to choose that one. But we're still here. Wow, it's getting lighter, guys. I think the sun's coming up. We were up all night talking. Christ, now the sun's coming up. Thus lifts the veil of night. I can't believe we've been here the entire night. You and I are invincible, or how can that many things happen? I don't know. You and I are invincible. Honestly, I don't even feel like the same person. Thank you, dear. I came out here so worried about what I'm supposed to do. But it all seems so inconsequential now. It's all so unimportant. It's also pointless. Yep. Which is actually a relief. The waves will keep on crashing after I'm gone. That tree will still be clinging on, and the grass will still be blowing. I'll just choose that one. Even if I never come back. If I never came here in the first place, that consistency is so grounding. Like, it doesn't matter what I do in the future. It really doesn't make much of a difference. Yes, the ocean. The ocean is beautiful. But maybe I'll be buried in it tomorrow. But it's pretty okay right now. It's nice to just have that thought. Or wait a minute. It's nice to just have that right now. I know this cliff will still be here, even if I left. Just being here away from everything else. Even remembering that it's here. It's like soaking up a sponge with a horizon and the clouds and everything. Huh. And then just taking it away. Leaving. Knowing that it all carries on. What is it? What's going on, buddy? Where are you going? Goodbye, Stag. Aww. How sad. Hey, the butterflies are here. I can talk to them, right? It's just us again, Laura. A stag. It left. You want to give it another shot? I'm truly saddened by the fact that the stag left. Start the engine. Come on, baby. Wow. Huh. Sounds like it wasn't going to start again. Oh my. Is that it? Oh no. I thought I saw tire tracks like we got out, but I think that's the tire tracks of me driving up and getting stuck. Did we get out? Did the car start? Or did I fall? Well, what the heck? And that's where it ends. You see the tire tracks right here? I don't think we saw those. So I'm going to say, guys, the car started and we got the heck out of there. But I still think this was all a dream. Because those yellow fish were swimming all over the rocks, all over the dirt, in the sky. Yeah, and yellow fish aren't going to be swimming all around if you're not dreaming. Also, I don't think you're going to be talking to a stag all night about everything, about life in reality. Only in your dreams, or only in a new indie video game out on Steam. If you guys like this, be sure you comment down below if you want to go play it yourself and make your own choices and see what kind of ending you can come up with. Definitely check out the link below, guys. Go check it out, buy it yourself. It is $7.99 in US currency at this time at its launch. And I want to go and thank you guys for sharing this experience with me, Far From Noise. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. I don't know, I don't know how worthy this is going to be for $8 to most people, but I thought it was pretty good. It was pretty interesting. Definitely different, and I do like the art style of it. Alright guys, hopefully you guys got some depth or meaning out of this, or hopefully you just enjoyed it, or, whatever. I want to go and thank you guys for being here with me, like I said, and we'll see you in the next video, everybody. Take care. This has been Zaxxer99. Peace. Love you all.